Hello, this is Valerie Aiello, and you're listening to Idea Diary. Thanks for coming back to my office and hanging out. Today I was watching a YouTube video by Shallon Shallon Lester. I can't remember how she pronounces her last name, but Shallon I think is her kind of handle on Instagram and possibly YouTube. She does a lot of celebrity gossip. She's an ex-Star magazine editor and turned YouTuber. I don't like the celebrity gossip aspect of her show, but I do like her when she's just talking about life stuff in general, because she has one of those personalities that just a really great talker. She seems like you would just have fun with her, just having drinks or meeting her randomly in a bar or something like that. She seems like a good storyteller, and just, I guess her thing is kind of an advice column, and she uses celebrity gossip to kind of take what's happening in that news and kind of make it relatable or valuable in in a normal person's life. Because even if you're rich and famous, usually kind of problems are the same. It's just different ways that the problems happen and maybe more complicated, but in general, a lot of people will have the same problems. So I just posted on Instagram for the first time in a year, and I was looking at some Shallon's feed, I guess came up when I had opened the app. And so I was looking at looking at her feed, and she had a video that was about nostalgia. I didn't watch it on Instagram. I just moved over to her YouTube channel and I watched the video there. And I'll link the video in the description, but it was just really interesting because lately I've been noticing that things keep popping up into my mind, like old things that I would never think about in a million years. And not even necessarily bad moments or ex-boyfriends or good things, just kind of just really random things. And when she was talking about having nostalgia over, some local ramen place that you might have lived next to in your 20s, it's just kind of interesting to think, what are you really being nostalgic over? I guess having nostalgia doesn't mean you have to be like super crushed over something and thinking about the good times because your life's so bad now. It can just be reminiscing about being in high school or being in your 20s or back in the day when you could go to outdoor festivals like Coachella and you could be outside all day long and still look hot by the end of the day. It's just kind of funny when things pop into your mind out of nowhere. And obviously we all have those things that we regret or we're sad about, and when those things pop up, it definitely can be sad, but I don't think that it's bad to be sad. When I think about being in high school and how much you might have loved somebody, and you might have been so sad about something that is so stupid, but you would just be laying on the floor in the dark listening to The Cure for hours and hours and hours. There's kind of this high school goth level of sadness that's not really sad. I mean, you think it's sad, but it's almost fun. It's fun to be that sad about something because it just kind of reminds you of being really passionate about something, that having those feelings, having feelings is fun, whether it's sad or happy or best drunk night ever with your girlfriends or whatever it is. I guess I just think overall it's okay to kind of delve deep and bring some old memory out of a dimension and just dwell on it for a little bit and then put it back. Say, all right, thank you, memory. Go back to that other dimension that I don't ever have to pull you out again for another few years. The more important part, instead of being nostalgic of when those were the good times, I think, and this is what kind of Shallon said in her video, that made me just kind of stop and say, yeah, you're right. And I guess it's something that I've always, known, and maybe we always know, but to stop and think, what can you be nostalgic about now, today? Is it this laptop? Is it this camera? Is it this microphone? Is it the show? Is it these flowers? Is it the place that you live? I do actively make sure that in my mind, I'm being grateful for whatever it is that I have right now and not wanting more just to want more. Something simple as, maybe you've been using your towels, your bathroom towels forever, and you want clean, fluffy ones. It's not necessarily necessary because the current towels work, and it's probably better to save money and buy new fluffy towels in a year or something. I'm big into not just wanting something and immediately going and buying it. I'm big into thinking about it, maybe having a long-term plan, say, okay, I don't necessarily have to use this until it dies. I can replace it with something better, but maybe I'll just commit to something as stupid as like using this old can opener for like 2 more months, and then I'm getting a brand new can opener because I don't know why I'm holding on to this can opener. Part of the reason is because it works, and you don't really need to spend money, and who really cares what kind of can opener they have? But at the same time, if it's old and it's just, you need a new can opener, now's the time. It's, I like to kind of spread out those wants and things into little time periods that feels like, okay, I'm being frugal, I'm saving money, but at the same time, I have a deadline that I just can't, that something needs to change. Let's all just consciously think about today and what's awesome. What can you appreciate, even if it's old? What can you do to maybe let someone know that you really love, that you can text them whenever you want to and it's really special, or, whatever you could do. I think be proud of yourself today, even if you never change, and start being nostalgic for today. Just extra appreciate it. Just spend some time extra appreciating whatever it is. Even if something's not perfect, it's helping you get to the next level. And make a date. If you want something to change, try to make a date that you either want things to change by, or a good amount of time that you're willing to live with the old thing that you can just love and appreciate while you have it. Whatever it is, that's just kind of the thoughts of the day. That's kind of what came up for me. And now I'm going to go and get ready for sushi and have a fun Friday night. So hopefully you guys will be having fun too, whatever you're doing. That's the end of the show. I still don't know how to end the show, but I almost do. So I'm just going to play the music.